Welcome back to the podcast. Roll the intro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. How I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.
Hey, bro.
Morning. Afternoon. Lost track of time.
Bit of footy chat, eh?
Yeah, business end of the year, eh?
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah, if you're going shit or your team's gone shit, you're out.
Yeah.
Yes, that's sort of.
What's your prediction? Who do you feel? There's always the favourites. Penrith and
Yeah, man. Penrith are just too experienced when it comes to finals.
yeah.
You
can feel that too.
Even with those people.
The momentum
They've
that they're
left.
going into the just got a good system, bro. Good system to keep to.
Broncos will give them a good run.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I was just about to say. I think Broncos will have a good run. They're just hot.
the talent across the park, right?
Yeah, the whole board.
They matched them.
Yeah.
But I can't remember any of the results that they've played during the season. So, yeah, that always plays a part of Penrith's already got their number. You know, when you have a number on a team, even when they're good, you know you can beat them.
Exactly. And it's funny too, like, it all depends on injuries too this time of the season. And like
Cleary's gone. Like, it just takes one moment in a game for that to happen as well.
And I feel like Penrith have got that system for people to be able to maintain how they're playing, whereas other clubs, they might struggle a little bit. You know, if Broncos lose Reece Walsh, I know like Cobbo can just go and fit in the fullback, but they're two very different players.
Yeah, 100%.
And Reece Walsh adds a lot of bang to his buck.
When you're winning, it's usually less injuries, eh? Because you know.
Everything's going smooth.
Yeah, everything's going good. So
You've got less to worry about when you go to training. You're stressing out heaps less. Your coach is not on your back about, what do we need to do? Everyone's just doing their job.
yeah, positive vibes just keep rolling on, eh?
Less time
It's
at
nothing
training.
good like winning, eh? On a footy season, like just winning all the time.
I used to hate those times, those seasons, bro.
But that's the worst when you're losing all the time too. But that's good. So business end.
Business end of the year.
What about for the? Probably got some park footy players.
Yeah.
They're probably in the same. They're probably in finals at the moment.
Yeah, they're probably leading into it. You know, what does your weeks sort of look like leading into it? Pretty good, pretty important. Sorry to just sort of recover.
Yeah, just keep doing the right things.
Look after
Yeah,
the
don't
body.
go away from what was working. A lot of people do, eh? They're like, or they try and add things into like, let's do some more training. Nope, just stick to what's been working.
Stick to the guns.
Yeah.
And even dialing back a little bit, you know, regressing things so you can just feel light and smooth, but still maintaining that you're doing your workouts and you're doing your program and you're following what needs to be done leading into that business time.
Yeah, you're not going to get any more strength or fitness out of your body.
No.
In France, we did a hard session one time, and I ended up doing my hemi that it was like a quarter final or a semi final.
So did you play?
Didn't play that week, but then our team made the final, and I had a hammy that was no good.
It's not working properly.
And then they first play of the game, I twinged it. I played the rest of the game, but I was just like
in the war zone.
Waste of time me even being on the field.
Did you win the GF, but?
No, we got smoked by Toulouse.
That makes it worse.
Yeah,
bro.
we got smashed by Toulouse.
That makes it worse.
Yeah, heaps.
Okay. Yeah, it's important, just to look after the rig. The last thing you want to do is go in to any game.
Those real dumb sessions you do, like too hard, no point.
What were they like, the sessions like over there? What was the professionalism like over there?
Nah, it was horrible, but I didn't add in anything to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're just foreigners being idiots over there sometimes.
How many Aussies were in the team?
It was about 5 or 6 of us. Yeah.
5 or 6 Aussies just going hard in France.
French were a bit different. They had a different culture, but I think it was just like their evolvement over time.
Yeah.
I think they'll be a bit better, and it was good fun there.
Rugby league get a bit more popular over there. Surely.
Yeah.
It is now.
They got 2 teams in the Super League now, so yeah, it's growing. But wait, did you see how Skid was in the finals the other? They unfortunately lost, but
it's good to see him. It's to see he's captaining too, bro.
what about Things dive bomb tackles for people's knees.
Oh, bro, that's
Asiata.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I speak to him on things. So. Oh, and then he did one. Did you watch that game? I was up.
So
at
I watched.
midnight.
Did he save the try? That was a try-saving tackle. The one where he fucking.
I just seen the first or second set he did one, and then the other team blew up, and I was going, oh shit.
Yeah, he's got the good technique down pat.
Because I think the week before he took out 2 people.
It just reminds me of fucking moldy tournaments, bro.
Just any A grade or lower levels, when there's no accountability. I even have members like saying they get their heads taken off. It's
ugly, bro. It's ugly.
So what about off-season stuff?
Yeah, what people are doing off-season, what you should be focusing on leading into, we spoke about this briefly last week, but I thought it might be cool to sort of have a plan leading to, your next preseason. It's a good time to spend some time away from footy as well. And, footy players get maybe 6 to 8 weeks where they get to spend some time with their family or go on holidays. But during that time, it's still important to figure out, a plan leading into your next preseason, especially those guys who are professional. Yeah,
and turning those weaknesses into strengths, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to figure out where you're weak. And maybe it was an injury. Say you done your hammies, so now off season and pre-season, you're gonna just smash the hammies so much that they're not a problem the next season.
It was quite fortunate too. Like when I was playing NRL too, the guys that had maybe I don't know how many seasons you had to have underneath your belt, and they would adjust your off season too. So guys who were in their 30s or a little bit later and have had I don't know if it was 6 professional seasons.
Yep.
In that they were able to span out that time as well. So instead of them starting back on October or November when everyone else would start back, especially the young guys that are trying to make it, the older guys got to have an extra 2 or 3 weeks, which always helps. But that being said, for the guys that aren't in that professional realm, you can still figure out a good little plan for yourself during that off season.
Season's way too long.
Fuck,
man.
man.
30 weeks if you can make the GF. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how it is on the club footy side, but I'm pretty sure they start around that April time. But yeah, the NRL teams
and you get a month off and then you're back, rep games and
imagine being Latrell Mitchell or something. Those guys that play Origin, the guys that play international, the guys that play in the Indigenous. Fuck, you're playing footy pretty much the whole year.
Yeah,
it must be hard taxing on the body, bro. Which gives them
shows in some of the injuries that have been happening. They're talking about Tommy Turbo not playing rep footy because his obligations to his club, like getting paid $1 million a year, and then you're playing rep footy. Does it match up?
It'd be interesting to see what the data shows when it comes to that too. A
few more trips to the US. Yeah, Pappenhausen sort of is coming back.
Sunshine Coast. He's played 2 games now, and he's been playing well. Been watching his kicking goals too.
Yeah,
I didn't think he'd be doing stuff like that, skills like that. Take a bit of time to work yourself into, but he's obviously
must be ready for NRL now.
Yeah, just
if you can play park footy for someone like his caliber.
Yeah, bro, and he's killing it too, man.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, you can see the whole team. Because I watched a bit of the highlights from the Sunshine Coast Falcons. And you can see the whole team just gravitates around him, bro. It's Pappenhausen's playing the game, and they're winning from it too.
Especially when they drop back and they go hard too, You're like, yes.
Because you'd be keen to play footy anyway, bro. If you've had a fucking whole year off, or close to, be keen as. And everyone was saying that he wasn't going to play. I think that might be Melbourne just keeping things underneath wraps there.
Yeah, it'd be hard being on a big wicket pay. As these guys are, and they're out for so long. Same with Turbo, Latrell. They're on big contracts. You're getting still paid
lots
monthly.
Of money.
Yeah, and you're sort of not delivering value in that time.
Yeah,
be a tough mental game to play with.
Yeah, but that being said too, man, I spoke to Lachlan. This is a good point, bro. I spoke to Lachlan about that, who's the young kid from Canberra, and he did his ACL. What value can you provide for your team, not being in there? Because all he does is train, when everyone's not there, and all he does is the stuff that's away from it. And I don't know what the older guys are doing, but providing value could be helping the coaching staff out. Providing value could be, spending some time working on skills with the younger guys. There's plenty of different ways that these guys can provide value. But that being said, you're still going to have that itch in the back of your head.
Yeah, 100%.
Being on the sideline sucks ass. Sucks ass.
What about when you got to do game day? Get flogged on game day? Fuck, that used to be the worst day. You got to do fitness on game day, like before the game, and you get pumped.
I was that guy that I was playing in the time where if you played a certain amount of time on the field, bro. So, for example, when I played up in Townsville, I only played 25 minutes. And because I only played 25 minutes, there wasn't enough anyway. So I was still fucking playing footy. And they made me do extras on game day straight after it. And I was like, fuck, this is torture. This reminds me of when I did my ACLs and I'm just sitting fucking there waiting for the game to be finished and then getting pumped straight after or even during.
What they used to make you do?
Fucking 1,000 reps, bro.
Really?
Yeah. What's this
like
name?
Shuttles running or no? In the gym?
That was the field sessions. That would be like Malcolm's or just game simulated sort of conditioning, which was torture. But before the game, we used to go and do 1,000 reps in the this is Roosters days. I can't remember the trainer's names, bro. He goes, all right, we're gonna do this 1,000 reps. We'd pump the session out, we'd go to watch the game, and then we'd either do conditioning just on the field straight after the game. So cunts are still live in the crowds, bro, and we're just like fucking getting flogged on the field, or we'd do it just after or the day after.
Yeah, I used to hate being injured because injury training was fitness all the time. It's to like rather play.
Everyone rather play, bro.
No, when like you like train hard when you're not injured, like Mondays and Tuesdays. But then when you're injured, you got to do Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
There's nothing worse,
Just
bro.
I hate it.
Nothing worse.
Footy's just easy to talk about sometimes. So we got 90-day Winter Warrior. We're nearly at the end, day 76.
Yeah.
Which is good. So
yeah,
I think Luke chucked in 92 days. So that must be the end of winter.
Yeah.
So we've got an extra 2 days now.
Yeah, exactly. How have you felt? Well, we always spoke about this, but you know, how's the shoulder feeling now, week by week?
Shoulder's pain-free now.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah, so that's good. But it took to like day 67, I think, for that to happen. So what's that? 60 reps per day, so that's like 3,000-ish reps to go through the back to sort out the shoulder.
And do you think it's sort of opened up some things for you when it comes to your programming for other people?
Sort of just brings you back to people give up too early.
Yeah.
They go and try and sort out a problem, and if it's not happening in like 2 to 4 weeks, then they think it's not working. But they just give up a little bit too early, where if they just went to that 12-week mark and then reassessed, I think they would find that their problem's a lot better, if not fixed.
Yep.
And this is super important for people with doing anything with a tendon. Like, that's like 6 to 12 months.
Yeah. And do you and after the 12 weeks, like how have you assessed it? Is this just a feel factor for you, or when you're bench pressing?
Just pain levels.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool. And do you like? I've really enjoyed watching your bench press too, bro. Because like I said last week or the week before that, you know, you're a lot more aware of how you're pressing, which is always important. That's why that gets fucking sore in the first place. And plus, we're doing so many reps pushing as well.
Yeah, when you're over pushing, like, which is quite normal for people.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm enjoying doing all the back stuff. The back feels really, really strong. So
do you reckon 90-day warrior or winter warrior will be a thing for you now?
Why not?
Yeah,
keep doing it. Like, and I think the other thing is like when usually people get a result, say pain-free shoulder, then stop.
Yeah.
But double down, go for another, you know, 30 days more just to, you know, lock it in.
So now that you've been doing for 90 days, what would you do now to adjust after?
I could dial back the volume to 3-4 days a week instead of going every day.
Yeah.
Or I think just keep going. Yeah.
If it works,
there's no point of stopping.
If it works, stop it, yeah. Okay.
What about you?
Bro, like I said to you the other day, the horse stance took a bit of a backward step as soon as I started doing these push-ups. And as soon as I've done these push-ups, I'm where you were before 90-day Winter Warrior. I've got that pinching sensation that I'm feeling, you know, with the shoulder and the pec. So adding some of those locked shoulders and just keeping the back working is going to help me get through this. And I've only got another 12 days to finish these push-ups.
Yeah, you really got to lock that scap into place when you're pushing it. You can't be like roll the shoulders forward.
Yeah, and I was just, because I'm bouncing through them, bro, it's like, and I do it purposely just so I can get through them. There's no sort of awareness of, what kind of line I'm pushing through. I'm just like fucking bang, 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 bang. And then it just started feeling bad on Sunday, and it's just getting worse. So I just want to keep on top of it.
Yeah, you can feel the difference when you're engaging your back in any sort of pushing exercise, the scaps back and down type movement.
It just made me realise that even though I'm doing 1,000 reps, which is high volume, which is how we work, 100 correct reps would probably be more beneficial for me right now.
Yeah.
But there's still things to be learned from doing more.
Yeah, 100%. Next one?
A bit of cunt and mobility.
What do we got?
I feel like, and this is just from my guys, and this for myself too, I feel like there's a lot of people that they don't push themselves enough when they're testing or measuring themselves. And I feel like there's a fine line between, pushing yourself too hard or just not doing anything at all. Most people are just going through the motions. I sort of wanted to mention that you have to, like, what we always say, bite down on a towel, go hard, really push yourself, even listening to some heavy metal before you do mobility sessions so you can, really, really chase those results. Because I feel like none of us, or a lot of people, just aren't at the moment.
Yeah, just pushing through that pain barrier. Just like the ankle's sore, but just push through it.
Hard. And we always use the old fella Vince as an example. There was a photo that you posted up on the mobility page, and he's 60-something years old, and at the start, you could see he was cranking the ankle, and the ankle was sore. And then after, I think it was like 160 sessions, he ended up getting the result. But it takes time, and it takes you just fucking pushing through it and going hard.
Yeah, if you don't get it, you're just not pushing hard enough on that intense zone for enough.
Yeah, like
that's what you gotta work through to get results.
And I think like having the mindset of pushing, having the mindset like you're about to go and rip a PB needs to be had before you do your sessions, and that's how you obviously chase those results down. So yeah, just a little bit of a mindset thing. When it comes to your mobility or even your knee rehab stuff, make sure you do it properly.
Yeah, and then like whatever reps are there, you might do an extra set. Like push it.
Yeah,
just push through it.
Just go fucking hard. Go hard and go home.
Let's finish on that.
That's it, bro.
Shot, bro.
Shakazi.
Yeah, they call me a savage. How I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.